really don't even have a question. Just can you walk us through that moment, what it felt like, and then to see your sister being pretty much the first one running at you full speed after that goal?
Yeah. I just had to rewatch it actually because I think I blacked out like on what actually happened. Um, but yeah, I mean it worked out great. I mean Alyssa kicked a nice long ball and then we got a flick and I think it was Alex who got a touch and I just obviously decided to run through and I was I was so nervous to shoot it, but I just wound up and gave it the best I could. And then, yeah, I mean, like turning around and just realizing what had just happened and seeing Sam and Alex running towards me was so special. It's a very surreal moment for me. It kind of hasn't really sunk in yet, but I mean, just super proud of the team and the way that we performed. I think we obviously have a little bit of growing to do, but I mean, it's been a long year, so we're definitely very happy with the win and the shutout, and we'll go from there.
Perfect. Thanks, Kristie. Congrats.
Thank you.
All right, next we'll have Jeff Kassouf. Go ahead, Jeff.
Hey, Kristie, Jeff Kassouf, Equalizer. I'm wondering maybe pre-blackout moment, just coming onto the field, getting called from the bench there. What your thought process was, any sort of renewed nerves in terms of, this becoming reality at that moment, and if it was a case of trying to keep it simple or just kind of how you were approaching it.
Yeah, I felt oddly comfortable. I was definitely a little bit nervous, but I did feel comfortable. And I couldn't wipe the smile off my face. Like I was trying to be so serious, but I couldn't. I just saw Sam and she was smiling at me. And I did feel oddly comfortable. And I think it was probably because she was on the field. And obviously I've been training with the other players. So I did feel a sense of comfort. But yeah, I mean, it was great. I don't think I got my first touch for a couple minutes there. So I was kind of eager to get my first touch. But overall, I think it was great, and I'm obviously so proud and so happy that I was able to get another cap with this team, and we're just moving forward now.
Thanks, Kristie.
Thanks, Jeff. Next, we'll go to Jenny. Jenny, you should be able to unmute yourself now.
Hi there, Kristie. Jenny Hoynatsky from SBI Soccer. What was Vlatko Andonovski's message to you, as both before the game and when he brought you on? Did he say anything inspiring that really got you motivated?
I don't really think he had any special words, but he definitely just has this look that he gives you, and he did warn me earlier in the week that I could potentially play. So I definitely, I have a lot of history with Vlatko, so I think we know each other pretty well, and I think he kind of just gave me a look, and he was like, "You got this, you can do this." So I think that's all I really needed. He gave me a couple words of advice. I honestly can't really tell you what he said because I probably wasn't listening because I was so nervous. But yeah, he just smiled at me and he was just like, "Go get it." And same with Milan. They were great. So yeah.
Next, we have Alex Ozzie.
Hey, Kristie, thanks so much for doing this. I'm curious if you can speak a little bit about, you're in an interesting position having been both a player on this team in the past, but also a spectator and fan of the team and watching Sam play throughout the years. Do you have an estimate of how many games you kind of went to for the U.S. women's national team, in a fan capacity for Sam? And just what was that experience like for you between 2014 and now?
Yeah, I don't think I was able to go to a lot just because of my schedule and then that schedule. But I do remember, I think I probably went to 2 or 3 games. And I've obviously watched all of them. I've just watched Sam play, I've watched the team play. I just love watching them so much. So, yeah, I did have a couple years there as a spectator, and it's always so fun to watch them play, but always in the back of my mind, I did want to get back here and I did want to play for this team again. So it was very motivational to obviously see Sam here and to see how much success that this team has had. So it kind of just pushed me even harder in my years away. And obviously I need to continue now to grow and get better, because I think I can still improve so much as a player so that I am able to hopefully stay here with this team for as long as I can.
Thanks, Kristie.
All right, and the final question will go to Stephanie Young. You can unmute yourself.
Hi, Kristie. Steph Young from Stars and Stripes FC. Aside from inspiration, what did Vlatko tell you tactically, as we saw the Dutch were trying to adjust a little bit to you guys' pressure and everything? So first and second half felt a little bit different, but for you, what were your instructions? What was your job to, get out there and do in the midfield?
Yeah, they were definitely switching it up a lot in the midfield. So my job was to kind of sit on their 6 and just put her under pressure anytime she gets the ball, try to prevent her from getting the ball. But then they obviously moved some players higher, so there was just a lot of adjusting. They were moving the ball quite well, so I think there was a couple minutes there in the second half where we were chasing them a little bit. But I think at the end of the day, we did a decent job as a midfield, and I mean, we got a shutout and we got 2 goals, so we did do good enough to win. But I obviously think that there is so much room for improvement, and I'm sure it was difficult for Sam and Julie, for someone like me to come in who they haven't played with in years, and they don't really know my tendencies anymore. I don't really know theirs, so I do think it's just another growing aspect. And it was just so great playing with them again, because they're my sister and Julie, I just look up to them so much as midfielders, and to play next to them was so special.